What's going on YouTube? Hidden Mac making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have a bunch of important crypto related news to discuss. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Binance to BTC. We'll also be checking out this coin market cap. And furthermore, we're going to really dive into, as you guys know, Litecoin falling, Litecoin's dipping, Litecoin's pulling back. I've been discussing this in all of my videos the past 2 weeks. Ever since we reached $100, I've been saying we're going to pull back down, and that's exactly what's happening. So obviously, if any of that interests you, then stick around and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, we're on the current coin market cap, and for those of you who are new to the channel, I like to do this because it gives us a ton of background information prior to jumping into the charts and chartings. As you guys can see, Bitcoin dominance is 54.9%, with 24-hour volume being 55 billion and then a market cap of 176. So Bitcoin dominance is up quite a bit compared to yesterday. We're at like 52% and we're now at 55%. 24-hour volume so much higher, about $10 billion higher, and a market cap of 176, which is much lower than where we were. We were at like 181, 184 billion yesterday, and we've seen quite a significant drop and quite a significant sell-off. Now, as you scroll down to the top 10 cryptos, you can see that being reflected in the price. Every coin is down except for Tether. Tether, once again, is at stable coin $1. Very interesting. But out of the top 10 cryptos, everything is down. Litecoin down 7%. Bitcoin's only down 2%, which is why we're seeing its dominance much higher because altcoins are getting affected more. Ethereum's down 6. XRP is down 7. EOS is down 11%. So now we see that, I believe, no, this was about the order. So we have EOS, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Binance Coin. Everything's down. EOS taking the biggest hit of the top 10 cryptos. Cardano down 9%, Stellar down 9%. Everything is falling. You can see that we're seeing that similar pattern. There is blood in the market, and we're going to discuss and dive into why exactly that's happening. You can see everything is down. Some coins down double digits, but for the most part, we're seeing a 7 to 12%, pullback and fallback. So it's definitely something that was needed, and we were expecting to see that. And it does make sense, and I'll explain to you why in a second and what my buying approaches are moving forward. Otherwise, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor for today's episode, bestchange.com. So, as you guys know, there are tons of exchanges on the internet with all different fees involved with buying and selling cryptocurrency. Even the most popular exchanges like Coinbase don't always have the best rates. As a matter of fact, Bittrex, as we were just talking about previously, just banned New York State investors from using their exchanges, which is pretty interesting. We also know that Coinbase Pro and Coinbase charge a crap ton of fees when trying to buy and sell cryptocurrency, and it's becoming increasingly more difficult, especially if you're trying to swing trade. Long-term hodlers not really affected as much, but if you're trying to actually buy and sell like I do, it becomes a nuisance having to pay quite a bit of fees every single time you're trying to sell off. So I actually use bestchange.com because it compares all the exchange rates and shows you the cheapest one to use and has, pretty much reviews on how well the transactions went. All you have to do is pick the currency that you want to give and the one that you want in return, and all pretty much I have to do is just calculate my trade with their built-in calculator, and bam, it's that simple. They will even notify you of the best rates and the lowest fees with their notifications that you can just simply turn on. So guys, make sure to check out the link in the description to bestchange.com. They're a huge sponsor. It makes videos like this possible, and it's pretty convenient. If you guys are interested in learning how to save money when trying to invest or swing trade cryptocurrency, if you're a beginner, it's definitely something I recommend checking out. It's an awesome platform, very easy and simple to use, and it does help me save money and save time when trying to figure out how can I trade Doge for Bitcoin or how do I trade Litecoin for Binance Coin. It makes the process that much easier than just trying to look, because some of them aren't on Binance Coin, so I have to find all the other exchanges that could potentially offer it, and there are a ton, so I highly recommend checking it out. Otherwise, guys, let's jump into the charts for today's episode. So as you guys can see, we're currently on Litecoin to US dollar on the daily for Coinbase. Very interesting stuff is happening right now, and it is honestly, it's beautiful to me. I actually get quite excited when I see markets like this because there is huge potential to make some money off of. So obviously, I've been saying in many videos, literally ever since probably the 19th, actually since the 3rd, sorry, not the 19th, April 3rd, which is about a month now or 3 weeks, I have been calling that we were going to see a resistance pullback almost immediately after we shot up. Now, I did say, and it's just so awesome how things work out, so according to plan. I said I would start to dollar cost average at $76.50, and that is exactly what I did. I put in 10%, and guess what? We just fell right now to the bottom support, and I'm going to throw in 30% now. So a total of 40% has been invested. I might even throw 40% in and have 50% invested, but I think I'm going to stick with 30% right now. As you guys can see, for those of you who are new, we have been tracking Litecoin for quite some time now, ever since pretty much January of 2019, and we noticed that there was an ascending wedge that formed that we were literally hugging for quite some time now. We did manage to break out of it, which was unexpected, but we came right back down to it, started trading above the coin, and then we broke down below that. So we are currently inside of this ascending wedge, and this is definitely the best opportunity to be buying more Litecoin, in my opinion, for me. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be, or actually I did buy in 30% at $71 was it 71? Yes, $71 is when I bought in. You could have bought in at $70. All in all, great prices for me to buy in at. It's on a discount. This is a great price to start dollar cost averaging. So unfortunately, I did say that there are other options to how low it could potentially retrace to. I said that the next potential spot is 66, and the all-time low could potentially be $60. Even potentially is 55. I don't think it's going to head that low. Truthfully, I think 60 would be the rock bottom price Litecoin could pull back to. I think more conservatively that $66 is probably where it's going to, come down to, and that would be it. If we decide to retrace off here, I have 40% invested into Litecoin, so I am ready to go and make a ton of money and a ton of profit off of this. But because of this pullback, we're back into a major support. You can see this bottom support has played out so many times. We have 1 confirmation, 2 confirmations, 3 confirmations, 4 confirmations, and now we're testing a 5th confirmation where we're pulling back up. So it's a huge support. We're back in this ascending wedge as we're heading back up. We could easily, can start to consolidate and move back up here, but being 40% in, this was a beautiful move too. If we pull back lower, I'll probably buy in even more, and we'll just ride this puppy back up, because I don't think we're going to fall much lower than where we're currently at. But it's awesome when you start to see us pull back down like that. Switching our focus to Litecoin, you can see right now on the 4-hour, we are literally testing the oversold line, which is why I think for the shorter term, we're not going to head much lower than that. If we did fall down to 66, that's probably going to be it. We're not going to go lower, because that will send us way low into the oversold market. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to trade probably right here. This is going to be the bottom. We're nearing oversold. That's going to be the lowest we go to. Now, I want to show you guys why we're pulling back down. It's obviously beautiful. We retested. High-low MMA could not break through, fell down. It literally is awesome to see Litecoin trade at the bottom of its support. It is a huge way to get back in. Obviously, I said 10% was at $76.50, what I started dollar cost averaging, and then I said 30% is what I put in at $71. So these are good buying opportunities, at least in my opinion. For me, Bitcoin is just slowly starting to pull back down, and it makes sense, and there is more of a reason for it to continue to pull back down, which is why we could see Litecoin go to $66. You can pretty much see that we are literally trading out sideways on our overbought line, which is an indicator that we can still move down lower. We have plenty of room to move down lower, and honestly, I think Litecoin would look much better at $5,000 than $5,500 that it's currently, or $5,400 that it's currently at now. $5,000 would look much better, or maybe even a little bit lower than that. That would send us back down into around 50 on the RSI on its daily, and then we can continue to move up. Now, if we did pull back that low, that's about a 15-20% drop. We would see some sort of reflection in Litecoin's price. It would be nice if it didn't, but that could potentially send us all the way down to $60. So that's why I'm not throwing all of my money and all of my investment into it yet, and I'm kind of holding off and waiting to see what's going to happen with the rest of the market. Obviously, Ethereum looks beautiful, even better than Bitcoin does, with Ethereum trading at around 50 on the RSI. It is ready to go. I did say we needed to pull back down to our yellow, sideways support, and that is exactly what we're doing. We're heading right back down there, where we're going to probably see a triple bottom. Truthfully, I think consolidation is what's needed within Ethereum, or at least it's going to start doing that. Even if we see some movement like this, We're going to trade out sideways, eventually hit this uptrend, and then we're going to start to move back up to $200. So I think Ethereum is in a beautiful position. I've been calling Ethereum to pull back down to this price for the longest time. We've been waiting for the prices to move down to here. This is a beautiful buying opportunity for Litecoin, and I'm just overall very excited with the way the market is trading. Lastly, Binance Coin, and then I'll let you guys go. Binance Coin, beautiful move once again, exactly what I thought was going to happen. Binance Coin literally pulled right back down to its purple uptrend. I've been calling this. You can watch videos from previously all the way back to Monday for Binance. I've said that we needed to pull back down. We were way too overbought. We were nearing the overbought line on the daily. We need to consolidate. We need to pull back down. There we have it. Markets are pulling back down. Beautiful lines and support. You can see we did test, or we're about to test, its uptrend. You can see right here, we pretty much came into contact with that. Great buying opportunity, in my opinion. That's what I would consider. That's where I would invest into. And I think it's going to start to head back up fairly soon. I'd be shocked if we break through. Definitely possible. And my leading reason behind saying that it is because I hate the way Bitcoin is looking on its daily. Truthfully, the fact that it's still hovering around its overbought line is way too risky for me. So it's going to affect the other altcoins. But otherwise, markets are looking pretty nice. They're on sale right now. Otherwise, guys, make sure to check out Patreon. Make sure to check everything out. Giveaway at 10,000 subscribers for my Patreon and for YouTube. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.